Walnut cake with apple jam is a dessert that captures the warmth and comfort of homemade baking, bringing together the deep, nutty richness of walnuts with the sweet, slightly tangy essence of apple jam. This cake is more than just a treat. It's a celebration of simple, natural ingredients that come together to create something extraordinary. Whether enjoyed with a cup of tea on a quiet afternoon or served as the centerpiece of a festive gathering, this cake carries the unmistakable taste of tradition and homemade goodness. This dessert has a special place in Albanian and Balkan kitchens, where walnuts are often used in baking, and homemade jams are a staple in every household. The combination of walnuts and apples is a time-honored pairing, balancing the cake's deep, earthy flavors with a bright, fruity sweetness. It's the kind of cake that brings back childhood memories, reminding many of cozy kitchens filled with the scent of baking and the loving hands of grandmothers and mothers preparing something special for the family. The ingredients for this cake are simple, yet carefully chosen to create the perfect texture and taste. Ground walnuts form the base of the batter, adding richness and a soft, moist crumb that makes each bite melt in your mouth. Eggs, sugar, and a touch of honey add natural sweetness, while a hint of cinnamon enhances the warmth of the flavors. A bit of flour and baking powder provides structure, but the star of the show is the generous layer of homemade apple jam that adds a luscious, fruity contrast to the nutty cake. To prepare the cake, start by beating the eggs with sugar until the mixture becomes light and fluffy. Slowly fold in the ground walnuts, flour, baking powder, and a pinch of cinnamon. The batter is thick, rich, and speckled with the tiny pieces of walnuts that will give the cake its signature texture. Once everything is combined, pour the mixture into a well-greased baking pan and smooth out the top. The cake bakes to a perfect golden brown, filling the kitchen with the warm, inviting scent of toasted walnuts and cinnamon. Once out of the oven, it's left to cool slightly before the magic touch is added, a generous spread of homemade apple jam across the top. The jam, made from slow-cooked apples, sugar, and a hint of lemon, seeps into the warm cake, infusing it with moisture and a delightful sweetness that complements the rich walnut base. For an extra layer of indulgence, some like to sprinkle crushed walnuts over the jam or drizzle a bit of honey on top. Others go a step further, adding a dusting of powdered sugar or even a few slices of fresh apples for decoration. However it's finished, the result is always the same: a beautifully moist, flavorful cake that embodies the essence of homemade baking. This cake is best enjoyed fresh, when the flavors are at their peak, but it also keeps well, allowing the walnuts and jam to deepen in taste over time. It pairs wonderfully with a cup of herbal tea, strong Turkish coffee, or a glass of warm milk, making it a perfect choice for any time of day. Beyond its delicious taste, walnut cake with apple jam is a symbol of hospitality and tradition. It's a cake that is often made for special occasions, shared with guests as a gesture of warmth and generosity. In many families, recipes for cakes like this one are passed down through generations, each with its own unique twist, making every version a little different but always delicious. Whether you're baking it for a family gathering, a holiday celebration, or simply as a treat for yourself, this cake is a reminder of how the simplest ingredients can create something truly special. The combination of crunchy walnuts, soft cake, and sweet apple jam makes each bite a perfect balance of flavors and textures, comforting, nostalgic, and utterly irresistible.